everybody. Jay Mandarino, President and CEO of Canadian Food Aficionado Magazine, and it's my humblest great pleasure to be here with one of my favorite chefs in the world, McEwan, and one of Canada's top chefs, and just an incredible what he's done for the food industry. There's not many people who have done this, and here we are at a fundraiser for West Park, and you were leading a team, and you were amazing.
Oh, we had a lot of fun. My team was very keen. Really fun, and they listened, which was great. I'm not sure all the guidance I gave them was perfect. I got a little thrown off by the third basket. That dessert basket was a bit
surprise.
It's a bit odd. But we had a lot of fun, and I felt good about the food, and everybody felt good about the food, and we all collaborated and helped to make it happen.
You know, it was probably 25 years ago. God, we're getting old. Gold medal plates, you won, and we were out in Vancouver, and I guess the MC or whatever wasn't there to interview you, and I just happened to be there, so I ended up interviewing you, talking to you there, and it was like on the Food Network, and I don't know, you helped launch a career I didn't really know I had. But you know who's a big fan of yours, that you may not know this? Thomas Keller.
Really?
Yeah. So he named 2 chefs in Canada. One was you, and one was our friend at Susserly. And I thought that was really humble and really nice of him to say. I got to do an interview with him at the French Laundry in Napa. And you know, when you hear from someone like that, you know what? That's pretty impressive.
Thomas Keller is quite the man.
But you're like our Thomas Keller of Canada.
Well, you know, I've been around a long time. I opened my first restaurant in '85, and I've been in the game ever since. I've been a single proprietor, and love Toronto. Toronto's been very good to me, and we're continuing. Like, open a new restaurant, the Port Tavern in Thornbury this spring.
But you never stop. You're like the Energizer Bunny that just keeps going and going.
I'm never going to retire. I know that. I've had a little bit more time to myself, and I realize I don't need any more time. So I enjoy the challenge of the industry, and the beautiful thing about it is when you bring people together with food and wine and nice ambiance, you're kind of playing in the greatest spots you could be in.
And you've been an incredible mentor for people. I look at some, I can't remember the restaurant Yonge Street. You were
44.
Yeah.
Well, Claudio worked.
Yeah, and Claudio worked for you, right? I mean, you look at the people who, right? Like, if we did a tree, it would be amazing to watch how you and a few have just shaped our industry, right? But I think you're a big skier too, if I remember correctly, right? Weren't you skiing? Yeah, you are.
That's my big sport.
Yeah, me too.
That's my big sport, and I love it. So we live up in Thornbury. I'm in the city 2 to 3 days a week. 4 days up there, and it's a really nice balance. But I love the food industry, and I just love the back and forth of it. And, I'm not competing with anybody here today.
No.
I have fun with the guys.
You can tell your team was really engaged and listening, and they had fun.
I feel very comfortable in my skin, what we do and how we do it and what we represent, and I have great respect for all the other chefs. And every chef has their own angle.
Absolutely.
And as you get a bit older, you're a little less critical, and you just kind of embrace everything. And it's a wild, crazy industry that started out when I was young. It was a very different restaurant industry than what it is today. It is so dynamic. It's hard to imagine that that's all happening.
And you know, you have always been giving back to the community, which I think you've engaged other people to do that. You know, I don't know how many galas I've done where you've done the food and you've donated things, and I think that's great to give back. Not everybody does it, but I think you are one of the sort of at the forefront of talking chefs into, first of all, making you guys rock stars, because you are rock stars, right? I mean, when you think about where you are then and where you are now, it must be an amazing feeling.
Thankfully, people love to eat.
They do love to eat.
Thankfully for us. We're sort of in a sweet spot. When you do a good job in a restaurant, people gravitate to you, they spend time with you, they get to know you, and when would you have that opportunity to meet all these fine people that we have in the city? So I've been on the receiving end of that. I'm very appreciative, and I'll never forget that. If I was laboring in some other way, I probably would never have met any of these people, which is interesting how...
Could have been a pro skier.
You never know. You never know what you could be. I'm not that good.
So if you were going to give any words of wisdom to someone thinking of becoming a chef or something, what words of advice would you give?
Well, you need to work in great restaurants. So that first and foremost, you get an education. That's a good start. Where you work is everything. Put your phone away, put the distractions away, focus on the industry, learn the craft of the industry. That will give you power. that will give you authority in the business.
You love what you do.
Yeah.
'Cause you love what you do.
Love what you do. The PR side, the Instagram side, that's easy. That comes later. Learn the basics of the business really well from great people. That's your best first 5 years in the industry. If you do that, you're smart. You'll have a great base knowledge you can take anywhere.
There you heard it, Mark McEwan, one of the greatest chefs, if not in Canada, certainly if not in the world. Mark, always a pleasure to see you.
Pleasure.
Thanks, everybody.
Great to
Eat
be
and
here.
drink.